Hey guys, Ben here doing a testimonial for Tim and Alice at LMA. Just to talk to you a bit about the program and my experience of it and why I think it's a great thing actually. So I've been on a personal transformation journey now for about 2 years, where I've really been focused on personal growth. I've been doing that in a number of ways. I've been doing a lot of reading. I've been changing many of my underlying habits and kind of belief systems, I guess, like how I view the world around me, how I view myself, how I interact with other people, going really deep into trying to understand like the kind of underlying drivers and motivators that impact on my behavior and the way that I see the world and the way that I interact with the world. And I came into this year, 2020, with a blank sheet of paper. I left a very long-term relationship at the start of last year. I've left a job that I was in and decided to go freelance and to reduce the amount of time that I was working week to week to 3 days, because I wanted to spend more time working on personal projects, things that I am incredibly passionate about personally and that I'd been meaning to spend more time on for years, like literally years. And I came into this year, into 2020, start of January, with all of the potential in front of me to do something really transformational and different and new with my life. And I was terrified, absolutely terrified. I was overwhelmed. I didn't know where to start. I had so many things that I wanted to do, but couldn't decide what order to do those things in or which was the most important to me. And I was feeling very negative, very, very negative. And I needed some help. I really did need some help to make the transition to affect this change in my life. Like I'd done a lot of the, I guess you could describe as like the technical things, like I'd moved into a new place, I'd built an environment that was designed for me to be able to work in and to be creative. I changed a lot of my kind of personal relationships in terms of who I was spending time with. And I thought I'd gone a long way down the road towards changing my perspective on life and my outlook on life. And actually, I really hadn't. And I needed to. And I came across LMA via a YouTube advert. And normally I just click past those things, but there was something about the way that Tim was speaking that really said to me that this guy, he genuinely believes what he's saying and he's genuinely passionate about helping people. And that just screamed out at me from that first interaction. And went onto one of the live streams, one of the calls, and then just signed up immediately. And I was maybe a little bit unsure. I'd never done anything like this before. Never done an online course. Like any coaching that I've had has been one-to-one. Even if it was a phone call, it would just be me and the coach, which has been very effective. I actually came off Facebook deliberately about 18 months ago because I wanted to stop using the platform. I'd formed a habit, a negative habit around it. I was using it too much. So I was slightly wary about going back onto Facebook, but actually it's been great. Like the community, all the encouragement that you get, the way that the weeks are structured. Like I love the live stream. It's a great thing to have on a Sunday. I really look forward to them. Like the energy is phenomenal, like the content is phenomenal. Always learning something. Like every single week I've just either like had completely new concepts introduced to me, or things that I thought that I knew reframed in a way that makes them more useful, or makes me just remember them or reconsider them, and can start to apply those kind of mental tools really immediately. The impact has been enormous. Like I don't feel like I'm at the end of my journey yet. I don't know if it's a point that anyone ever arrives at the end of the journey. We can always develop further, and we should always strive to be developing further. But if I think back to where I was at the start of this year and where I am now, and what's been going on in my life around LMA, and the progress that I've made in my professional life, in the creative projects that I'm working on, and to a certain extent in my personal life as well, although that hasn't been a main focus for me over the past 6 weeks, I just don't feel like I would have got through it without this support, and without having these new tools and this new knowledge available to me, and the great community of the LMA guys and girls on Facebook, and having that group there, and doing the live streams, which I'd never done before in my life. Like actually having, to talk to camera was really difficult. So, I wouldn't have been able to do this, I don't think. Certainly not like in one take. I'm just doing this off the cuff now at the start of this year. And the benefits of that are phenomenal. They're going to continue to be phenomenal. And